hear often that God is on the move at Hope, and it's so true. And this is just one more example of that. And I think He's going to do wonderful, wonderful things through all of us who are His hands and feet to provide to the community, to invite them in. And that's our whole purpose at Hope. That's what we do, is to spread the word of Jesus and the everlasting love to those around us. And this will allow us an even greater opportunity, a permanent home to offer the community.
Surreal, like pinch yourself, surreal. I can't comprehend how amazing that's going to be. For all the reasons, right? You know, we've been the mobile church for so long, setting up, whether it's in the auditorium or in the parks or Campanile, in the gym for the weekend, one weekend a year. It's become normal to us in a way when we have our own space, when we don't have to do all of that, grunt work to get an event up and running, just to turn the lights on. I think people will be able to come on in and experience it easier than they have in the past.
The excitement for me of this new facility is off the roof. I plan to be in Ames for a long time, and to hear what we're doing, you get to come into a facility and you get to plug in, and you don't have people who have to haul equipment all morning to get things set up for you. The musicians don't have to. There can be rehearsal space that you could rehearse other days than you usually do. Just a dream to do that. And as far as for me personally, it will just continue my journey that I'm on right now. I'm so excited. When I had heard this, that we were finally heading for this step, I thought it was a big possibility. And then it was, okay, where are you gonna do this? And I saw the location also, and I'm like, this is a great location for this church. So I'm excited because it's also putting a rubber stamp on the fact that this church is here to stay and be part of this community for years and years ahead.
A lot of talk around church right now is looking for a new church physical home in our new building, which would be very exciting. Particularly for us young adults, some of us live in apartments with roommates, so finding a space to get together for community is tough. So not only increasing our community numbers, but finding a place where we can meet, finding a place where we can sit down and have a meal together, and just knowing that a Hope is a safe sanctuary building and in our hearts. I really hope that new building will be that place for us. The more that we can challenge each other, the more we can grow, and the more we can be called to action in this church. I'm really excited for what's to come.
Knowing you have that place to go every time you're going to get together, a church should feel like home, and I think that will help everybody feel more at home.
It will be our spiritual home, and there's a possessiveness to that, and there's an importance to that. It's like your own home, to be together in one place, and I think that'll also help develop some more of the commonality and more of the connectiveness within our congregation.
Oh, I just see endless opportunities for that. I look at the things that they show on 360 with West Des Moines and having campuses and a place for these kids to call their own youth group, their own. I grew up in a church, and to have your own youth room, to have your own classrooms, to have those things that you call your own, that you get to put your own personal touch on, it makes it more personal to them, in that sense. And I'm just excited. That would be great to have a place for them to be able to be proud of, and that's our church, when we drive by. Yep, that's our home.
First of all, I think it'll be really exciting, and it'll feel a lot more like welcoming. It's really helped grow my faith and make it a lot stronger when you're around a bunch of people like that just are there for you, and their faith is strong. It can really help you turn to God for those situations.
I feel like we could definitely welcome more people into the space, and the talks that Pete and Carrie give us, they always relate back to my life, and I can apply them throughout my week. So they give us the best messages. Oh, that would be so awesome.
A building and having a permanent home really gives a home to that community. Right now, moving between the link for small groups and the city auditorium for large group worship, it really makes you feel like a mobile church, which we are. And we've seen God work through that either way. But having a home, having a place where students can go and just take their mind off school and just get to be in community with each other and grow closer to God is going to make all the difference.
I just imagine that the leadership team in 5 years, okay, setup takes 5 minutes. So now that hour, 2, sometimes 3, when we were over at the park last fall, like setup period, that could be dedicated to community and missions and student outreach and just so many endless other things.
I think it's the same hope for everyone, that we continue to grow within our community and as far as missions go, just to grow and show everyone God's love, not just our church. Look how great our church is, but show everyone how much God loves them and cherishes them and wants to have a relationship with them.
When you have a church home established in the community, you are providing a beacon of light for people to come and know the truth and hope of Christ. And as they do, then they will feel motivated and stirred by the Spirit to engage and fight in injustice. So I think there's just a beautiful partnership between establishing a church location here and ultimately bringing more people to awareness of many injustices, including human trafficking.
I think that's our biggest connection between Hope Lutheran and the Hope Pantry, because we both have the same type of end goal. We want to help our community, want to help our community grow. We want our kids, our families, our students to know that they do have hope. If I couldn't say anything else, I would want to say thank you, because through the pandemic and all our endeavors, the church has always been there and supported us.
I'm just excited about the future and to see, it grow. When you've been here and just being a part of it and seeing everything continue to grow in a building, an actual physical building would be wonderful, and a place to go, a little bit more frequently, and just to develop that family.
When we're in need or when others are in need, the first come to mind are the people that we go to church with. So that is a family. To continue to be part of this growth is just an awesome thing, just from the beginning until now. It's really been cool to witness and be part of.
And that's kind of how I see Hope Church, as a family and have a place for a gathering. Most of us want to go there and see people and meet people and find out what their kids are doing. Does someone need help with a lawn? Your mother fell and broke her hip, how's she doing? So those are the important things to me and to a lot of the people in the church. So our plans will also include a place where we can gather at the church so we can meet before and after and gather and be family, and that's what most of us want.
Starting out as a mobile church, you have that flexibility. There's a lot of challenges that go with that, but ultimately then a great program started like Kairos, got a firm foundation in that, and then by the time that there is a place to call home, I think that good base, that good foundation is just going to continue to take off from there.
Even when we get a location, it's not like we arrived. God just says, I need you to be there because I have something more for you. And so it's really exciting to think about Him gifting us with a permanent location so we have more to do. And I look forward to seeing what that is.